So you have to comply with prevailing wages. Your annual budget just skyrocketed, and you have to relook at your financial projection for the next several years. So now what? I'm going to show you 3 ways to get the most out of prevailing wages. My name is James Park, and I am the director here at sparksuper.com. We help buildings across New York City staff their superintendents, handyman, porters, and doormen. Wage increases and other statutory compensation are inevitable and a part of life in New York City. When this happens, owners in co-ops and condos seem like they go through this 5-stage grief period. Anger.
Who the hell let this prevailing wages law pass? I should have voted for the other guy.
Denial.
This can't be happening. This just doubled the cost of our payroll. This only happens in places like California.
Bargaining.
Maybe we can give the staff a bigger holiday bonus this year. We can push prevailing wages until next year.
Depression.
Life is so unfair. I just finished off paying my student loans. You just can't get ahead in life.
And acceptance. So when these moments come, when buildings are faced with whether it be the annual increases in the salaries or some big step in their salary increase like the prevailing wages, they seem to come and just, give their increases and go along their merrily way. Nothing is said, nothing is exchanged between them, and I find this to be a loss of a huge opportunity to improve the life of not only employees, but of your building residents. And this is what I mean. It's well established that motivating employees is not only about the money. According to entrepreneur.com, money places a lowly 7th place in all of the things that motivate an employee. At the top of the list are feeling encouraged and recognized, making a real impact, growing professionally. So knowing that it's more than about the money, no raise should be given without some sort of feedback to your employee. Let them know that they've done well or where they need improvement. Just take this moment to engage with your employee and give him an idea of how much he's appreciated or how much he's made a positive impact at the building. And this should be minimal. But with prevailing wages, the stakes are never bigger. Not only do you have to give an hourly rate increase, you also have to give an employee supplemental fringe benefits. This is an amount of money per hour that's added on to his base hourly wage. On top of that, there's going to be vacation time, sick days, personal days. These are all given in addition to his salary and his fringe benefits. So with these stakes in mind, you'll want to do 3 things. Number 1, upgrade your building staff. What do I mean by this? Your staff is probably your building's biggest asset and one of the best investments that you can make. A great building staff is able to save you tons of money down the road by spotting the right things, by preventing costly things from happening. You're guaranteed to get your return down the road. I guarantee it, and I've seen it firsthand. So with that in mind, add training. Require them to get licenses. Require them to take classes. There's tons of great classes out there that can benefit the building and its residents. Have them pick up licenses to perform work that normally goes to the outside vendor. There could be an offset of cost right there. And in turn, your staff will feel proud to earn those licenses and certifications. There's nothing more to motivate the perfect employee than to give him the means to learn more and to grow professionally. And nothing more that will give him a sense of pride than to earn that and to show something for that effort. Once again, this increases staff morale and it encourages others to do the same, especially new people you bring on. Number 2, use this time to look at your maintenance system. That means its checklists, its tasks, its weekly schedule, and see if you can streamline anything. See if something needs to be worked out more efficiently. Does your staff need to spend this much time on these many tasks? Are the tasks clear enough? There's always a better way and a more efficient way to do something. Any great resident manager out there, a building superintendent, will tell you that a schedule can never be tweaked enough. You can always find better and more efficient ways to do something. And for buildings who may not be able to carry the burden of prevailing wages for one reason or the other, may look at making your schedule more efficient and condensing the hours. If you have a 40-hour weekday and you can bring it down to 30 hours and save that 25%, that benefits the building and also benefits the staff. And making things more efficient actually motivates your staff. It shows them that you're watching what they're doing, that you're appreciating them, that you're interested in what they're doing. The benefit of reorganizing your system is that it helps to bring your staff onto the same page. It's great for them to know how they fit into the overall maintenance of the building and the happiness of the residents. They need to know what kind of value they're adding to the building, what kind of purpose or function that they're fulfilling at the building and between themselves as a team. So making this clear through reprioritizing their tasks, making tasks clearer, and taking an interest in how they go about doing their work and what their workload is. You energize your staff, you motivate them, and you make them more committed to serving the building. Having clear duties not only helps you keep a tab on whether things have been done, it keeps them focused on the goals of the building. Look, if you haven't changed it in decades, now is the time to do it. And there should be nothing that stops you from re-looking at these tasks on a yearly basis and moving things around. Finally, number 3, if nothing seems to work and number 1 and number 2 falls short of what your expectations are, and if there's something that's been on your mind, on the board's mind, on the residents' mind about the quality of work that your staff is not able to maintain, you know what? Now is the time for that difficult talk. Now is the time to have that talk, because guess what? The boost in pay and compensation that you give him is here to stay, and it's going to stay with him, and it's going to be that much harder for you to change that behavior later on. So if you're in a position where your staff can't make the changes or refuses to make the change that you want to see, now is the time to address it. And look, even if it leads to termination, there's nothing more unjust and unfair to your staff than to keep him on board at a job where he's not doing well and where he has no hope of succeeding and the rest of the building is unhappy. It's actually a disservice to keep someone at his job where he knows that he's not going to be able to fulfill the requirements of the position. Let this person find something that actually motivates him. If it's not this position and you know that your efforts are in vain, have that difficult discussion now. So there's your 3 things, 3 ways that you can get the most out of this moment. If you need help in any of the 3 points, let's say you need a more comprehensive checklist, or you need help making clearer the set of specific priorities for your building, reach out to us or look at the tool below. We have a tool on our website. We'll put the link below if you're watching from YouTube. We have downloads of checklists that you can use for your building staff to help move this discussion along. And we'll be posting links to classes that provide certification for your staff members and other licenses that your staff can get and how those licenses relate to your building. We have a calculator below that can help you determine how many hours your building needs to keep it maintained, cleaned, etc. So then you have some idea or standard that you can check against the number of hours that your team, maintenance team, spends at your building to clean and perform other duties. That's critical to knowing whether your team is operating efficiently. All you have to do is plug in the number of apartments, the different attributes of the building, how many stairwells, how many entrances, and it gives you a number that's based upon the information that we get back from all of our other buildings in the city where our team members provide the porter, super, and handyman service. Try this calculator out. Let us know what you think. Thank you very much. Once again, James Park. Take care. Good luck.